Welcome, everybody. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about flipping your classroom. And so when we talk about the flipped classroom, as you've seen in the other videos, what it really is that the students are going to be preparing at home before they get to school. So then whenever they're at school, they're able to make more meaningful connections with the material. They're ready to go with projects and other things like that. And then whenever they get back home, they can double check on their learning goals and extend their learning from there. Now, you can always, if you don't have the capabilities of having students work on stuff at home, you can also incorporate something that we call the in-class flip, where instead of having students study at home, they're still studying at school and in their own station. Then they'll have another station in which they do brainstorming, they talk with other students. Station 3, they would be creating whatever project it is that you're working on. A great way to be able to flip is to be able to use an LMS system, and one that I highly recommend that's free to use is Google Classroom. Google Classroom is a great way to push out material to your students. It integrates with all of the Google apps, and you're able to have students discuss with each other different things that are different topics that you guys are working on. So Google Classroom, great. You can also add other teachers as collaborators on there if needed. Students you can organize things by topic now. They've just got a new update on Google Classroom. So as far as pushing out material and getting students talking with each other, Google Classroom is a great way to go. It also allows you to give feedback to the students. There's other tools that you can use to have students work on stuff at home. This is kind of what we'd consider the easy flip, meaning you're not really having the students do a lot of work at home. They're more so just consuming materials on the internet. So we've got the easy flip, things like Lexia, students reading books on Epic or doing math games on Prodigy, doing their AR reader or practicing their typing or working on Dreambox. Those are different easy things they could do to practice stuff at home, but that's not really what we're talking about with flipped learning. What we really want is the students to be working on real content. So the tools of the trade that I have here, these are different tools that as a teacher you can use to give things to the students. So things like Screencastify, so any type of screencasting tool that you're using. We could have things like Nearpod, that's where you're presenting different material that they work through on interactive slides. Using WeVideo to get videos out to the kids. Another one that I didn't put here, but is great, is YouTube. Flipgrid is also a great way to get students discussing with each other the content that you're pushing out. Now, these are tools that the students can use to show their knowledge. So Screencastify, not just you can be screencasting your computer, so can the students. Students can create material using Adobe Spark. So if you're doing some sort of project-based learning and you want them to be showing their work, Adobe Spark, WeVideo, Google Sites. Google Sites is a great way for the students to put all of their stuff into a portfolio, and you can embed things from WeVideo or your screencasts, or it really works great with Google. So if you're using Google Classroom and you're pushing material out to the students that way, Google Sites is really a great way to have a culminating task for whatever project you have the students working on. Now, these things can work at all varying grade levels. Some work better for younger students, so screencasting might be better for your younger students. WeVideo, since it has editing tools, might be better more for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Adobe Spark, it's pretty simple to use, so I feel like that could really span anywhere from 1st grade to 5th grade, since we're talking elementary here. And Google Sites, pretty simple to use. You can always push out a template to the students to get them started if you have the younger kids. And if you have the older kids, you can kind of let them go with their creativity with what they want their site to look like, depending on the structure that you're interested in. But all of these tools, and there's tons of other tools out there that can really help you and help the students work through having a flipped classroom and developing different learning, critical thinking, and all those kinds of skills. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day.